So I've been seeing a lot of people on TikTok and on just the internet, in general recently come out and talk about how they've been healing their chronic illnesses and pain through holistic healing, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity for me to come out here and talk about my experience with it, because I'm someone that has done that as well, and I was able to successfully do it. And so I thought that I would give my story or put my story out there in hopes that it could help someone or encourage someone or inspire someone to really take control of their health if that's what they want to do. Just a full disclaimer, this is not medical advice or anything, but this is my story on how I healed my health. So I was diagnosed with Graves' disease and hyperthyroidism about 2 years ago, but I honestly, if you have an autoimmune disease or chronic illness or chronic pain, you know that you've had it for a long time before you actually got a proper diagnosis. And that's what happened with me. But I got diagnosed in early 2021, and I was put on a medication that was supposed to lower my thyroid hormones, which, that didn't work, because within 2 weeks, it did work, but within 2 weeks, I went from hyperthyroidism to hypothyroidism, which is so dangerous for your levels to drop that low. I was in a state where my body could possibly go in shock because of how big of a drop that was. And the only other option was this medication that would eventually cause liver damage, which is not an option for me. So either that, or they told me that I had to have my thyroid removed through surgery or radiation, which I think I was 24 at the time. I thought, wow, I'm too young to have to worry about my health like this. Like, there has to be a way that I can go about this. So I took it upon myself to do my research, because at that point when no one is listening to me, and I was trying to listen to my body. I was trying to do what's right for my body. I just stopped seeing the endocrinologist and started working with my primary care physician and my doctor on getting my labs done every 6 to 8 weeks to see if what I was doing and implementing was actually working. And within 10 months, I was able to completely balance out my levels. Completely, all of my levels, everything from TSH, T4, T3s, everything in my thyroid panel, I was able to balance and have kept balance up until this point, up until now. So it's possible, and this is not just for, Graves' disease and hyperthyroidism. This is for all chronic illnesses and chronic pain. Like, you're able to heal. And I want to share a couple things that I've done that actually had helped me reach to this point. The first thing that had helped me heal my autoimmune disease is traditional Chinese medicine. And if you're able to go and see a practitioner, wonderful. But at the time where I lived in a very small town in the South. There weren't a lot of traditional Chinese medicine, doctors. And so I had to do the research by myself and kind of experiment by myself, and it actually worked. So the first thing I would do is look up herbs that would be beneficial for your illness. And, make sure that if you're taking prescription medicine, make sure they don't react with each other. The second thing that I have done that has helped was to get my blood flowing. So, like, exercising. And you don't have to run a marathon or go to the gym regularly. You can literally just stretch for 5 minutes every day, or just, do something that gets your body moving, because once your body is moving, you are healing. Like, that's what I've been told by my doctors before. If your body is moving, you are healing, and your body's able to heal. Like, if you're always stagnant, that's not good for your blood flow. This one is very important, and this one goes with, there's two things to this. Managing stress, which, you've probably heard from a lot of people that you have to do to feel better in the first place. But managing stress, and the big one, healing trauma. Now, this one is, I believe, is the most important component to healing your autoimmune disease. And the reason why I say that is because studies have shown that People with childhood trauma are more likely to develop autoimmune diseases in life. And I believe that is 100% true, because a lot of people who've gone through traumatic experiences in life and later on, because they don't get the opportunity to heal, they start getting physically sick. By month 4 or 5, I've really thought, okay, my body is still in fight or flight right now. What can I do to, feel a lot better with myself? Because I've had really bad anxiety as a kid and, like childhood trauma and all that stuff. But like, I knew that I was so sick and tired of feeling like this, and I didn't want to feel like this anymore. So I told myself, no, today you're going to heal your trauma, whether it's little steps towards it or you're sitting with it and really just feeling it, allowing myself to feel it and stop running from it. That day that I made that decision to heal and to work through my fears and through my pain, when I went to get my labs done again in 6 weeks, my levels jumped. And it wasn't gradually improving. It jumped. It jumped to the point where I was like, oh my God, like it really was my mental health. It really was this trauma that I've been carrying for years. Trauma really does take a huge toll on your body, because you don't realize that it puts so much stress on your nervous system. And when your nervous system is constantly trying to protect you for so many years, it's going to get so tired and it's starting to deteriorate your body. After doing therapy and then healing my trauma, one thing I also started doing that I think actually helped a lot with getting my levels to actual like perfection or balanced in normal range was going to see the chiropractor. And I didn't think much of it. I went for like back pain and years of like stress on my body from school and things like that. Within another 6 to 8 weeks, my levels jumped again, this time to actual normal range. Me going to the chiropractor actually helped with releasing a lot of inflammation in my body. That's also the other thing that is very important. All of this, everything that I'm saying right now, everything has to do with getting rid of inflammation in your body. That's like the one thing that all this ties to. It's so important to take care of your mental health, because your mental health, you don't realize, puts a lot of inflammation into your body, because it's so stressed 24/7, 365 days a year. And you don't realize it, because we live in a world where stress is normal, suffering is normal, yada yada, but honestly, like, that's not normal. You're not meant to be sick. Even if you have a predisposition for an illness, you're not supposed to have it. If you can keep your body at a point where there's no inflammation, you will never be sick. So sometimes we are so afraid of the outcome that we just jump to fast, immediate relief. And that's not always the best way to go about it, because at that point you're just masking your symptoms and you're not healing the root cause of it. At first it might take a little bit of time to get used to it, and it might be uncomfortable because we have lived in such a way for so many years, and we live in a society where we're taught that we're so separate from our bodies. But honestly, you have everything that you need to heal and to stay healed and to feel better. Being healthy is a birthright. Feeling good is a birthright. Like, you deserve to be healthy. You deserve to live a life where you do not have to worry about your health. If you can get sick, you can also get better. If this video has helped you, then I am so glad. And if it didn't, I'm so sorry. I think I have ADHD, because it's very hard for me to get like my words out, and sometimes I jumble my words together or slur my words, and so I'm so sorry if that video has that issue. Sometimes I think it makes sense, but then it doesn't come out like that. So yeah, if I did help you in this video, I'm really glad. Yeah, so sending you so much love, so much healing energy, and yeah, happy healing.